Hey guys, I thought it would be a cool thing to kind of show off my retro game setup and my current game setup. So right now, since I still live with my parents, I don't really have the power to configure my own little setup. I kind of have to make everything how it works in my room, and if they don't agree with me on it, then I really can't do it. So I like how I have everything set up right now, but I'm just going to show off everything that I have. So the first thing that I have in here, I just recently put back in here. I got this TV from my friend that he was throwing out. It's an HD CRT, so it actually outputs a 1080i, which is awesome because my original Xbox games and my PS2 games look incredible through component cables, and everything else also looks really great on this. Originally, I was running everything through my 55-inch 4K TCL TV through this little video switch that I plug all my AV cables into, and then I had a little HDMI switch on the side here that this would upscale from 480 to 1080p, or I think it was actually, yeah, it was to 1080p at the highest, but it really did not look good on this TV. The only stuff that looked good on this TV is stuff that outputted HDMI, or if I had a component to HDMI thing for my Xbox, but I ended up putting the Xbox through component into this because I like the video quality better than I do on here. So now let's get into the consoles. So this is my Atari. Yeah, my grandpa found this in his closet, and he decided to give it to me because he knew I was into collecting, and I didn't really feel like dishing out $100 like you would mostly have to do on this. I found this one on eBay for $20. The original PS1, the Model 1 console, plays really great. I had to open it up a little bit because it was starting to scratch my discs in the beginning because the way that the laser was pointed, it was not very good for the discs. I just picked this one up a few days ago. This is my Sega Saturn. It plays awesome. I got it for $70, which is an amazing deal on the system with all the cables, a controller, and I even went and bought out an Action Replay, which is running pseudo Saturn right now, which allows me to play backups on the system. Because if you know Sega Saturn, collecting for the system is a bitch because of how much money you actually have to spend, and getting everything for free on Cool ROM is pretty much, which I'm admitting to, is honestly the best option for this. Alright, so right under here is my original Xbox. I had another original Xbox before this. It was my dad's, but the Laserdisc reader eventually went out on it, which is what happened to a lot of original Xboxes after a few years. This one, however, I got for $20 because I knew a guy at a retro game store, The Revolution, in New York, which has closed down, unfortunately. But I bought that from him. He was nice enough to give me this after knowing that mine broke for $20, and I got a good deal. My brother gave me this Wii U, my younger brother, because he got it for his birthday. He never ended up using it much. He used it maybe probably 10 times out of all the times. After I told my parents it'd be a good idea since he was young to get him a Wii U. He literally just went back onto his shitty PC that can barely run Minecraft, and he played more PC games than anything. So that's when we built him a gaming PC, and he said, I don't need this Wii U, do you want it? So I took it. This is my Xbox One, the original model. This one actually came with the Master Chief Collection, and I got the white because I thought it looked cool, and I liked it better than the black. Not to be racist. Alright, so here's my NES. Now, I didn't fork out any money on the system at all because this used to be my uncle's system, and my dad had it in his basement for a really long time. We had it at my Nono and Nona's, which is grandma and grandpa in Italian. I am Italian. They had it at their house for a really long time. It was literally just sitting there. Nobody was doing anything on it. Whenever we would come over, once in a while we'd touch it and play it, but they didn't really care for it anymore. So they gave it to us. Right next to it, considering I don't have much shelf room, I put my Xbox 360, my newest model of the Xbox 360 that came out when they were releasing the Xbox One. It's a very nice system. I like it for what it does. It's only got 4 gigabytes on it because when I was in 8th grade when I got this, and my mom actually got me this, so going around, she didn't really know the difference between a 4 gigabyte and a 250, but regardless, I had a bunch of flash drives, so all my storage is on that, except for Battlefield 4, which would only run on a hard drive. This is my slim PS3. I believe it's the second or the third model. I know first there was the fat backwards compatible one, and then they made another fat one. I don't know if that one was backwards compatible or not. I'm not really sure on my models, but I know this is the next model after the fat. I got this for like $70. My man Tristan at Game On in Miller Place really hooked me up with a great deal on the system. All the controller, HDMI, which doesn't normally come with the system, power adapter. This thing was great. This is one of my favorite systems that I have, the Nintendo Switch. This I actually had to fork out $400 on because I really wanted to get it when it first came out. When I first saw when the system first came out, I really didn't think there was a lot of hype behind it, but I didn't really catch on the hype train until I saw how good Breath of the Wild was. And back then, I really was not that big of a Zelda fan. So after seeing the gameplay of it and how much I really liked it, I was like, you know what, I gotta go and buy a Switch. And at that point, when I already made my decision that I wanted a Switch, 4 days had gone by and they all went out of stock. So since I really wanted this for my birthday, I spent $400 on it. Alright, so this is the gaming console that really got me into gaming, because this was pretty much the first system that I ever had for myself. Now, me and my brothers obviously shared it, but since I was 5 years old, I'm 3 years older than one of my brothers, and 5 years older than the other one, and my sister wasn't even in the picture yet, I was pretty much the only one who was capable of playing the system, because everybody else would just flop around and die in the games. So, playing this, my first game was Lego Star Wars. I really got into a lot of the other Nintendo games. I have sold a lot of my collection, because when I was younger, and I was playing a lot of Pokemon and whatever, I thought that since I didn't play the GameCube anymore, I was never going to touch it again. I wish I would have been able to go back in time and tell myself not to do that, because I really did like this system, and I believe if I still had all my other games that I had on it, I'd be playing this system a lot more. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Now, I would say this is probably my favorite game console out of all of them, even though it probably sold the least out of all of them besides maybe the Saturn. I really love this system a lot. They got a lot of homebrew titles for it and a lot of support from developers to this day that really like developing for the system. I think this really innovated a lot of the games that are being made today. This is a very, very great console. I love my Dreamcast. I will never get rid of this thing. What's also awesome is I got the model that can play backups. So I have some games I didn't back up, and then some games I wanted to try out that I put on backups. And this is a great system. I cannot express enough how much I love it. This is my PS4, my Black Ops 3 Edition PS4. Now, I love this console. The look of it, it turned me on as soon as I saw it. When I originally was going for Black Ops 3, I actually got this Xbox One, because at the time, the DLC would come out first a month early on the Xbox. Although, it was before E3 that I wanted this for my birthday, so I'd already asked my parents, they got me it for my birthday. And at E3, the conference, they had just announced that Activision was going on Sony's side and that they were going to release all the DLC early on PS4. And I got really pissed off. And as soon as I saw the system, I was like, fuck, I have to buy that thing. So I asked for it for Christmas. It was, I don't remember what year I got this. I just know it was the year before the PS4 Pro came out, and I got really bummed out because the system was much more expensive than any of the other PS4s. I could have waited an extra year and spent $20 less on a PS4 Pro. But what are you going to do? The system's great. I really don't see a need to upgrade to the PS4 Pro after having this system. I know the PS4 Pro runs at higher resolutions, and since this is a 4K TV, it would look probably nicer on that. But this has HDR capability, so the games that it does use it for, I think it looks great. And since the PS5 and Xbox Series X are running around the corner, I see no need to upgrade, not even the Xbox One. Alright, this also is one of my favorite systems over here. I love this Genesis. This is the first retro game system that I went out and bought when Game On opened. I went over there with my family, my friends and my family. I looked around. I fell in love with this system right away, not knowing that Sega even made systems with the little bit of knowledge that I had over retro gaming. I really loved this system a lot, and I love the look of it. I looked up the games. They looked awesome. So I have a little bit of a collection for this. Not that many games, but a decent amount. I love the system. Once again, just like the Dreamcast, I cannot express how much I love it. Alright. This is my PS2. Funny thing about this is probably I think this is my third PS2, because the first two that I got were the fat models, and I ended up actually breaking them when I was trying to mod them to play GH2 Customs on them. I opened them up, I did that stupid thing, and I think I broke the ribbon cable off of the thing, and actually, I broke it pretty bad. So the PS2 fat was out of the story, both of them that I had. One of them was my friend's that my old friend Frankie gave me. Fucking broke it. And then I went to the Revolution, broke that one again, and then Christmas came along. This one was only $20 on Black Friday, so I went and bought it, modded it again, broke the power cable off. So what you actually have to do is go inside there, and that little white button over there I have to press with the pencil in order to power the system on, or a guitar pick, or whatever the hell I use. Last system in this is my Nintendo 64. I love this system a lot. It is not really my preferred system to play on. I like how the games look on the system because this is the strongest system graphically overall, but I cannot stand this controller. If I'm ever going to really get into the system, I'm going to get that good controller that the third-party controller that kind of looks more like a GameCube controller than this, because I think I would have a lot more fun. I cannot stand the joystick on this thing. Playing games on it I can't play. I'm sorry. I love the system, but the controller just turns me off from it. I know a lot of people are N64 diehard fans, but this is just not my main system. And I hate to say it, but out of every system that I have up here, this is probably my least favorite. Alright, so now that we've covered the outside part of here, I'm just going to show my guitars just really quick. I got my SG in the back of the TV. I got my acoustic Ibanez guitar. It's a nylon string. It plays great for classical, considering that I'm in college and I'm doing some guitar classes. I'm not a music major, but I am able to fit in some. My favorite guitar is my PRS SE Custom 24. Great guitar. Plays great with pretty much any genre that I want to play at. So this is my go-to guitar whenever I have a gig or whatever I'm playing with friends or doing whatever. This is my 8-string guitar. Also an awesome guitar. I love the hell out of it. I would never give it up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Whatever. Here's my Dean Razorback guitar. I love Pantera. I'm a diehard Pantera fan. So when I saw this guitar, when my friend first got it, he got the one with like the DNA all over it. I thought it looked fucking sick. I saw this one on Guitar Center and I ended up buying it. This one was an impulse buy right away. My Dave Mustaine Dean VN-MT guitar. It plays fucking great for the price. I got this for I got it for $172 if you want to be specific. It is an awesome guitar. I love the hell out of it. I honestly kind of prefer it over this guitar in terms of playability. And this one, for some reason, is starting to have dimebucker problems, so I have to set it up again. So down here, I have my Schecter Diamond Series bass. It's an Extreme 4, so it's a 4-string bass, a normal bass. Plays amazing. This is the best tone out of a bass that I have. It's great. This one was a gift from my girlfriend for our 2-year anniversary. I love her so much that she got me this thing, because it is awesome. I'm starting to learn some Primus stuff on this. Like, Jerry was a race car driver. I learned that one pretty recently. And I'm looking to do Tommy the Cat pretty soon. This is one awesome bass. I guess it's kind of turned into a room tour. So I think we're just going to go here. So this is my couch that I almost never use because I put all my stuff on top of it because I am a mess. I am very lazy when it comes to cleaning stuff. I'm going to close my door just for the rest. It's a little dark in here, but that's my couch, no one really cares. These are some cases that I just have lined up. That's part of my desk that I literally just, it's all there. Here's my PC setup right here. It's a little bit of a mess right now because I haven't gotten to cleaning up anything, and my laundry's over there still not being put away. There's my PC down there. I'm running the same PC that I've had ever since 2013. Same i7 4770K, same 16 gigs of RAM. Not very fast RAM. It's only 1600 megahertz, but it's DDR3. So, and there's a GTX 1070 in there that I upgraded from the 970 because I really wanted to get the upgrade to jump to 4K. I know the 1070 isn't the best 4K card, but it's good enough for me. I'm not really too picky with it. I'm not too worried about not hitting 60 FPS, and sometimes I'm fine with even some lower frame rates. As long as the game looks good, maybe I'll lower the graphics setting sometimes to 1440p or 1600, like in the new Doom Eternal. I've lowered it down to 1600p and it runs a lot better. Yeah, that's my 4K monitor. That one's good. This one's just a piece of shit monitor that I found in my basement that I just decided to hook up just to have 3 monitors. That's an old TV. It's really no good either. This is my main monitor, so that's fine. This is my crate amp. It's 100 watts. It plays all right. The tones aren't the best, but honestly, it's not a bad amp. I like it. I got it for $60 on the Facebook Marketplace, so can't really complain. It's a very loud amp. I got it for a good price. Here's my little pedal board. There's my Digitech Whammy Pedal. This one comes in handy. I get too lazy to down tune all the time, and especially when you have a guitar with a Floyd Rose like the Razorback, this thing really comes in handy, especially because you can actually, I know it only goes between fourths, seconds. There's no half steps. You can adjust it a little bit with the pedal like that, and you can go down a half step in it. So here's my Whammy pedal. This was my first pedal I ever had. I love it. My distortion pedal, because honestly the distortion tone on this sounds like crap. Here's my Phase 90 that my friend gave me. My Boss DD7 delay pedal, and my looper pedal. Now I'm almost done. I'm very much at the end. There's my little bass amp. There's my drum amplifier. And here's my electric drum kit. I got this for my birthday, for my graduation present. I think this kit is awesome. I play much better on an acoustic kit, but I got my little double bass pedal right there. It plays alright. I can't really say anything bad about it, because it is an electric kit. I really did wish that I ended up getting a real one. But honestly, this is nice and quiet, and when you have family in the house and they're trying to sleep, this is a nice little thing to plug your headphones in, or plug it into this nice amplifier. Now, anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you did, there's my bathroom where I take a shit. If there's anything that you guys want to see next, let me know. I know this isn't normally the channel where I would do something like this, but I figured maybe this would be cool just to show you. Oh, I almost forgot. I got my games up there. Yeah, they all go around. My collection isn't the biggest in terms of how tall the games are. But, yeah. If you guys like the video, I know I'm really shooting for BenObot99 right now, because I know he really, he's a retro collector, and I'm just kind of wanting to show this to see if he would catch on to the video. But yeah, this is my whole setup. I hope you guys like it. I'm working as much as I can on it. I still want to clean up some of the cables and some other things, but I'm in love with these consoles. I've been a retro gamer my whole life, and I've also, outside of Guitar Hero, I've picked up the real guitar, and I can really blame Guitar Hero for making me spend over $1,000 on these guitars altogether. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.